The quadratic formula. Perhaps this is the most versatile way for solving a quadratic equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And we can solve this by using the quadratic equations. Sorry, I should say quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is straightforward to use and yields the solution pretty easily. The quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, where a, b, and c are the coefficients of x squared, x, and the constant, respectively. So not only is this really useful, it is also sort of a milestone in math. You'll always see it whenever somebody's trying to demonstrate that they know math, like on a TV show. When nobody knows math, they just throw up the quadratic equation and it looks fancy. But it has great purpose. So right now, we can solve x squared plus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now, looking at this question, you're probably saying to yourself, I could easily factor this. Yeah, you can, but that's not the purpose of the lesson. So I'm going to write down the quadratic formula. To me, one of the most important things is just simply writing down your coefficients of a, b, and c. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 6, c is equal to 5. So if I just plug in this formula, x is equal to negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4ac. I'm going to divide that by 2 times 1, 2a. And I'm just going to go up here and maybe try to simplify this. So x is equal to negative 6. I'm going to worry about the numerator. Plus or minus the square root of, well, if I evaluate 6 squared, it's 36 minus 4 times 5 is 20. My denominator is 2. I'm going to warn you, be very careful here. I'm going to warn you, be very careful because order of operations really does matter underneath the radical. So you have to evaluate the square first. And make sure this square is always positive. And then you need to evaluate the product. Only after that are you able to subtract. So continuing on here, I get x is equal to negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 16. Now this yields the happy result because the square root of 16 is simply 4. So I get x is equal to negative 6 plus 4 divided by 2. That's maybe one of them. And then my second solution is negative 6 minus 4 divided by 2. Negative 6 plus 4 divided by 2, so negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2 divided by 2. This leads to x1 is equal to negative 1. x2 is negative 6 minus 4 divided by 2, or negative 10 divided by 2. And this leads to x2 is negative 5. So therefore, I have solutions at negative 5 and negative 1. And if you want, just like we've done previously, you can plug those in to the original formula to check to make sure that you have a true statement.